Bill Goudy checking in. I'm making it one step closer to getting off the grid. A lot of steps involved in this, I think. Let's check out what I got so far and some of my reasonings. I'm not a professional, so I'm just a regular guy trying to have some fun outdoors, and I like to do it on the cheap, you know what I mean? If I can save a little money in heating, if I can save a little money off the grid, and I can use it to buy my ammunition or any other supply any of my other little habits, that's what I want to do. I want to have fun doing it, so check it out. All right, what I did, this is just some corrugated metal I got. Some of this was scrap that I had laying around here, some 2x4s, some treated 2x4s, and this is not attached in any way to that camper. I did build a little skirting for underneath or for around the camper, and that attaches this, but I could crank this up and back my truck underneath this and drive away very easily with just taking out a few screws. So that's one of the reasons why I chose this camper. I had another bigger camper, but this is experimental, and I just want to see what I could do with this. And it really, how much room does a guy need? This is what I got. I got this at the farm store. I think it was Jeep, 1952 Jeep that showed me this, and I went out and looked for it and found it, and got that on a closeout. I think it was about 40 bucks, maybe $45. And boy, it was real nice, real easy to build. I'll put it in here, and so I built me a hot box is what I did, and it's just sitting here free floating. It's not attached to the ground, it's just sitting here. I don't know if you can see up underneath, but there's my jack. I could jack that up right now, crank that up, and I could just be back in my truck underneath there and going. I'd have to take this is my little recirculating pipe that's sitting on top of the stove, and there was two panels that I removed from inside that allowed me to just circulate. I have I'm pulling air in from this tube right here, pulls air in around this little horseshoe, and it goes back on that tube and blows in the hot air. So the cool air comes in, gets heat up off the top. This is not going through the stove, it's just sitting on the top of the stove. I taped all the seams so as not to get any smoke or get any smell or anything like that inside the camper, and it seems to work very nice. Now the real secret to this system right now is that switch right there. That comes on and goes off as the heat comes on and turns on a fan that is sucking the air through this pipe. And I'm telling you, it just keeps it real toasty in there. Very, very nice. I'm really happy so far with what it'll do. So I plan to be here all winter. Of course, there'll be times that I'll have to go and do things, to go places or take care of business. But in the days that I'm not, I'm going to be right here, hunkered down in here, trying to keep warm and do the chores I got to do throughout the winter. And to answer a couple of questions, I think it was Big Doug, put his link down below. You want to know why I picked this time of year? Well, quite a few reasons. It's hunting season for almost everything. Also, my work schedule allows me to have more time for me at this time of year than I do in the spring and the summer. So that all works out. The challenge of being out in the winter, I think, is what I like. Also, food storage and food preparation, refrigeration and that kind of stuff is going to be a lot easier. I don't have to deal with flies and maggots and a lot of the other things that I'd have to deal with in the spring or in the summertime. So those are all things that factored into why I chose to do this at this time. So I hope that answers your question, and hey, if you got any more questions, feel free. PM me, give a comment, or just let me know. I've been inspired by Pet Prepper and many others, Modoc 42, and I think there's going to be some kind of competition or something coming up here that I'll put a link below that Pet Prepper's putting out there. I think it's going to happen in June. About living off the grid for 48 hours. Well, you know, that's inspired me, and this is some of the preparation. I think I can do that and maybe live in style at the same time. And I'm not really looking at any kind of end of the world scenario or shit hit the fan. You know, I'm from the Midwest, and I'm not a prepper. I'm a survivor, you know. And I enjoy watching a lot of the prepping stuff. I love the bushcraft stuff. I just love the outdoors. And to me, it's a challenge. So it's not about, you know, any of that for me. It's just because I like camp. I like to be out maybe hunting and fishing. And I can do it economically, and I can do it because I built it that way. So I chose this little truck camper because it's a nice, small, compact, already 12 volt. And I think it was Pat had a video of her, I don't know, nephew or cousin or somebody built a tree blind that was all 12 volt and it was raised up high, and that was awesome. I think that was excellent. And he had you know, all the comforts of home in a deer stand, and it's, you know, hey, that was cool. Well, you know, I can't go out and just go buy all that stuff. I already got this, so I'll just make this work for what I want it to do. I hope you enjoy it. Maybe it's not for everybody, and maybe it's not what you had in mind for living off the grid, but for me, it's like being a kid with having a fort. What do you think about that? One other person that kind of inspired me on this is Earl Portland, and living in small compact quarters and living efficiently, and I enjoy that challenge. Well, listen, I'm going to put my videos out on Tuesdays and Fridays, and that may be Wednesday and Saturday, but I'm going to try to do it for Tuesdays and Fridays. So because all this Google minus stuff that's going on, just go to my channel and check for my updates as I go along. So from here on out, I'm going to try to show you my hot water system, my electrical system, what I'm doing to make that. And yet I don't want to change. I want to be able to hook that right up and hop on my truck and take that somewhere if I want to go somewhere. So I can't make permanent changes to that little unit. Come along and enjoy the outdoors with me. BillGoudy out for now.